What's up, YouTube? Today we visit a website titled HawaiianLibertatian, and we have an author called Keoni Galt who wrote an article titled "Game is the Red Pill." He wrote this article on September 15th, 2009. Let's begin. So let's take away the stigma associated with the red pill, the manosphere, PUA and MGTOW, which stands for Men Go Their Own Way. And let's be open to a new way of thinking. You see, that new way of thinking is simply the red pill. It's a concept or idea which states to see the truth for what it is without being told what to think, see, hear, or believe. Think of the Matrix, with the choice of picking the red pill or the blue pill. But before getting there, we need to learn that there is a choice to begin with. Listen, something will happen which makes you question the very rituals we have blindly followed, and when that happens, we are confronted with a choice. Shall we take the blue pill and choose to ignore any inconsistencies with our own paradigm, which works pretty well, or shall we take the red pill and explore these inconsistencies, knowing that it could lead us into a world we aren't familiar with, one that questions the very foundations of our current perspective? See, this is the choice, and it doesn't have to be about a woman. Although this seems to be a popular eye-opener amongst men, it could literally be about government, media, misinformation, or a previously known fact about weight loss. See, the thing that occurs, the quote-unquote red pill moment, is when you realize your experience is not matching up with the expected reality. That's the pivotal moment. And what you decide to do about that will equate to taking the red pill or taking the blue pill. Will you explore or will you ignore? The choice is yours. So let's explore the red pill in terms of gender and the interaction between males and females. Game is the red pill because it is based on men analyzing what behaviors are attractive to women and what behaviors are not. It deals with understanding the principles of observable truths that are field tested. And it just so happens those truths are in direct contradiction to the blue pill preconceived notions regarding gender roles. A common misconception is that game is a ruse or a trick, or even a way to manipulate women into becoming attracted to men. But in reality, it is a way to understand social dynamics for what they actually are. Men in relationships tend to be under a blue pill lens, and that lens turns men into fearing their wives or girlfriends or companions' emotional outbursts. So men would rather behave in a way where they can keep their woman happy and content. As that classic saying goes, happy wife, happy life. And while it's perhaps true a happy wife will probably be a byproduct of a happy life, men take it at face value. If my wife is happy, then my wife is happy. And if my wife is happy, then my life is happy. Except, most of them feel intuitively that something is wrong with this, but they don't do anything about it. They take the blue pill, deciding that it's best to simply keep her happy. Except, there's one major issue with this. By doing everything in your power to keep her happy, she loses respect for you, thus making her unhappy. A vicious cycle. For men who get fed up and start doing their own thing, they become happy, and they notice a slight change in behavior with their companion and are unsure of what caused it. Of course, this doesn't last long and the cycle continues again. Or the man stops caring, and again, things briefly change for the better, and that tiny behavior change in the woman is noticed, and it causes the men to think that, well, if I don't care, then my woman will be happy. But this misses the point entirely. You see, the woman will always be emotional. Think of it like a law. Could be because of you. Maybe she had something else that was going on in her day that caused her to get frustrated, but she will get frustrated. And more importantly, what changed was respect. You see, by standing up for yourself and doing what you want to do is kind of the only way for your woman to respect you. And with respect comes admiration, lust, and love. And a man who is in fear of his woman's emotional state cannot be respected by the woman. In this instance, the blue pill is to be afraid of their emotional state and to engage in behavior that coddles her emotional state. Of course, her emotional state can't be controlled, thus causing a vicious cycle of upset wife, afraid husband, and then no sexual attraction. The red pill is to understand coddling your woman's emotional state is indeed annoying, futile, and exhausting. So instead, you do what you want, understanding that well, she'll be upset either way. But in this case, you keep your self-respect by doing what's best for you and her, regardless of her emotional opinion on the matter. This, in turn, increases her respect for you, causing you to be happy, engaged in sex, and, unfortunately, sometimes a still upset woman. But this is a better alternative than taking the blue pill. And these are the two things that you're choosing: to take the red pill and learn game, or take the blue pill and not engage further. Waking up every day believing the same thing will work. Happy wife, happy life. In the end, we really shouldn't worry about upsetting her. She will be upset over something eventually. What we have to worry about is turning ourselves into somebody she can't respect. And that occurs most easily when you coddle her because you are afraid of her emotional state. There are also certain situations men may recognize where in the beginning of the relationship, everything is great. But yet, over time, something changes in the relationship. Now, I've read somewhere that a woman's job in a relationship is to question, attack, and push against your manhood daily. And the reason they do this is because they unconsciously / biologically require a man to be dominant, because this is what they require. And for a man who's inexperienced, it's easy to fall off of your quote-unquote manhood, and that's in the sense that you weaken yourself because you think it's okay, and that's what love is. But you quickly find out, and unbeknownst to you as to why, your lady starts treating you different. And it's like she's turning you into a beta. And it's this process, let's call this betification. It's this betification process which causes her to lose respect and attraction. And then you have that vicious circle starting. And it's something that a woman can't help. It's like a built-in basic instinct. If she's able to betify you, she can't find you attractive and she's gonna hold you in contempt. And this is the classic case that I like to call a sweet loving girlfriend that turns into an uncaring psychopathic wife. So in the end, I think it's best to follow this advice. Follow your natural gender roles and things like the previously stated won't happen. And this would be taking the red pill. And the second thing is, in society, if we continue to encourage masculine behavior in women and feminine behavior in men, then things aren't going to go well, and that's kind of like taking the blue pill. So all in all, I want to thank you for stopping by. If you've learned something in this video or are interested in discussing it further, please leave a comment down below. I am always happy to chat with you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.